Rise and shine, my beautiful friends. I wanted to make a quick video explaining why I'm shifting over to a mastermind based model and why I think that masterminds are really the future of this kind of transformational coaching. Having two specific elements, really the two elements that I have found are integral to whether a person reaches the results that they want in a timely manner and whether they hold on to those results long term, are accountability and consistency. Now, what does that look like? Well, you'll find that if you sign up for a run-of-the-mill fitness coach, they are going to put you on a diet plan, they're going to put you on a workout plan, and then they're going to be checking in with you one-on-one on a consistent basis. Now, strategy is in fact integral to the transformation process. If you don't have a roadmap, you are not going to reach the results that you want regardless. But the truth is that any kind of deep transformation, any kind of transformation whose results you hold onto for life, is going to be one that is identity-based, right? It is not going to be simply a shift of your habits. It's going to be a shift of the relationship that you have with those habits. And so what you'll find is that you might do a fitness program, you might work with a coach. However, after the process, you end up falling back into a lot of the old bad habits that you have. Why is this? Well, it's because the process that you had was one that you looked at as a map to an end goal. And after that end goal, there wasn't really a plan. But if we have an identity-based transformation, a lot of these habits become natural for you, right? They're no longer something that you have to struggle towards. Something like counting calories or something like, showing up to the gym and tracking and giving your all. These are things that might not be rooted in who you are, even after you go through months and months of a process. Now, there's two things that are going to make that inevitable, right? That success is going to become inevitable if there are two factors involved. Number one is a long-term plan that goes beyond just a few months, right? Something that looks like 8 months, 10 months, a year. Going through this process for that long makes these habits become natural for you, right? It's no longer something that you have to struggle towards. The second factor, being accountability, is something that you could sum up quite simply as an external motivation structure. Now, we all know, right, long term, if we want to make sure that we are consistent in any set of good habits, it's not motivation that we need to be focusing on, right? It's discipline. That being said, motivation is quite simply the ability to switch on that discipline at will. This is a skill set that you absolutely need to learn for yourself. But as you are going through the steps of learning how to cultivate that motivation for yourself, having an external source of that accountability is imperative. And most programs are only leveraging the one-on-one relationship between you and your coach as that accountability. But what if we could cultivate natural human emotions, right? The desire to achieve, the desire to compete, the desire for camaraderie, right? Committing yourself to accountability from a group of individuals that share relatively the same set of goals as you is an excellent way to build that accountability structure, right? That external motivation structure. When you feel not only accountable to yourself, but also to a community, it is much more likely that you're going to show up and try to perform for those good habits that you're trying to build, whether you feel like it or not. And so when I look back through my career and I look at the people that have succeeded long-term in achieving their goals and people that have gone through this yo-yo cycle of trying, failing, and ultimately spending years trying to achieve the exact same goal, there are two things that they have been missing if they have not been able to find that success. Again, number one, people that succeed have infrastructure laid out or a plan to lay out the infrastructure that they need to achieve the goals that they're going to have once they reach the goals that they have right now. Does that make sense? So they have a much longer term vision of their identity and the habits that they need to reach that identity. And then number two, they have a powerful structure of external accountability to keep them showing up and staying disciplined. With these two factors in place, accessing 100% of your mental and physical energy becomes almost inevitable. Once you can do this, achieving the highest level of success in your passions and your projects becomes much, much easier. If you have tried to pursue success in your career or your business and found that countless hours of research and attempted implementation was squandered by a lack of energy, this is exactly what I'm talking about. There is no marketing strategy, no social media strategy, no new creating skill that you can learn that will ultimately override your lack of physical and mental energy. If you don't have the energy to put into these skills, they are not going to pay off on the other side. And so this is why we say the foundations are the 99%. Consider that an added benefit of a mastermind, right? If you are surrounded by other small business owners, other activists, other individuals that are pursuing this high level of success, you can leverage their knowledge, you can leverage their skill set. And as you invest the majority of your energy into mastering the foundational skills, right? The self-love skills of mental and physical health, access to higher level skills that you need to level up your projects, to level up your business, to level up your relationships are not only immediately accessible to you because you are in a mastermind with others that have already mastered these skills, but now you have access to 100% of your mental and physical energy that you can use to pursue that learning and ultimately the implementation. So that is the nutshell of the intention behind the Vegan Strong Mastermind look. If you are an activist, if you are a creator, if you are an entrepreneur, you are looking to be surrounded by other vegans and conscious individuals that share your values. This is the ultimate experience for guaranteeing that you get right with your mental and physical health so that you can access that energy to pursue these higher projects. Deeper explanation in the coming days, but for now, there's a link in my bio that you can use to sign up for updates and get first access to when the mastermind officially launches. Peace and love, family. Get outside.